and gentlemen, it's your coach LD from the Body District. I'm going to be going over the word of the week with you guys, and the word of the week is hope. Hope is hype, optimistic, patience, and enjoy. I'm going to go over that a little bit more. You want to go into this week with a lot of hope, okay? Hope is hyping yourself up daily. When you wake up, I know it's the summer month, I know a lot is going up, but hype yourself up every single morning when you get up. It's a new day to start whatever you want to do to accomplish everything. Don't hold yourself up in what happened yesterday. You gotta hype yourself up for today every single day of the week when you're getting ready for the week. Because you're the first person to wake yourself up in the morning. You do yourself. You wake yourself up every morning, right? And you also are the one to tuck yourself in at night, every single night, right? It's you going to sleep and you waking yourself up. So you gotta hype yourself up every single day. And then the next letter is O, optimistic. Be optimistic about the outcome of the week, okay? When you have mindset is everything, and I think that's something that we constantly reiterate every single week with you guys, is that you gotta be optimistic, okay? You know, whatever happened yesterday, whatever happened last week, you gotta let it stay there, okay? You know, you want to go into this week with a goal, have a mindset, be optimistic about it. If you want to get a certain time out on the track, you want to hit a certain PR this week, be optimistic. Okay, don't set yourself up for failure by having a negative mindset. I know it's inevitable that you will have negative thoughts every now and then, but don't let those overtake you and be you. Be optimistic. That is extremely important when it goes into everything, especially when you go in on the track. When you go in right before a race and you're about to hear the gun go off and you're about to start your race, you got to have your mind right, right? You got to be optimistic. You got to be positive about it. Don't tell yourself you're going to go into something failing it, right? That's not going to help you out. Optimism creates an opportunity for you to not look for failures, but optimism gives you the opportunity to say, you know, whatever happens this week is going to happen this week. It's going to give me the opportunity to grow and do better, because you're always going to do better on a daily basis when you train, when you do your strength and conditioning, when you get out on the track and you train for your specific division or your field event, whatever. That is something that's just going to constantly push you in a better place, right? You can only get better. Be optimistic. And then P, and hope. Be patient with yourself. Never push yourself to an injurious point in training, but be well trained. And what does that mean? I don't know if, a lot of you may have heard train smarter, not harder. And the reason that is pushed not only with athletes who are at the junior amateur level, but at the professional level, is because your body is your career when it comes to being an athlete, right? So if you literally overtrain yourself, what's going to happen? That's not going to do anything, that's going to be beneficial. Listen to your coaches. Listen to your strength and conditioning coaches, your track coaches, everybody, because they're just trying to help you get better. I know one of the things I struggle with constantly with my own coaches in my own sport, which is MMA, is that sometimes I keep going. I keep going. And that's not always the best attitude to have. But what I've learned over the years is to know my limits. Okay? That means I got to be patient with myself in training. And that's why everybody's got to be patient with themselves, right? you run and you train for so many hours a day, that's it. Don't undertrain. Of course, you go out to the track, you're not gonna train for 400 and go just run 200 repeats. That doesn't make any sense, right? Like, you gotta put in the work, but trust the process. And that's what it really means in being patient with yourself. Trust the process, right? And be patient with yourself. I know we live in this fast-paced world where everything comes and goes, and we want to get to the next level right here and right there. Be patient with yourself. Train hard. Don't put in half the energy, put in full energy, but be patient with yourself throughout that whole process. And I know waiting can be rough, but if you sleep on it after your training, you'll feel better the next day and you'll do better the next day. This is all going in chords with every other letter in hope. That optimism, being optimistic and being patient with yourself throughout the week when you train, right? And then I'm going to talk about the next and last final letter of hope, and that's enjoy the process. I know it seems a little crazy, like when you go out and you weight train, or you're going out onto the track and you're training for your specific division, and it's like, what do you mean enjoy the process? I'm busting my butt out on the track, or I'm busting my butt in the gym lifting weights, and this doesn't seem like, fun, but your strength and conditioning especially is going to be the building block to your entire performance. And, I remember being a track athlete and lifting weights, and I was like, what does this have to do with anything? I just didn't get it. Why is my coach making me do this? I'm going to tell you what, you can be the fastest person out on the track, but you will not do better than the person who is next to you, who trains just as hard, if not harder, lifting weights and is also fast. That's it. You got to put in the work in all areas of your training, okay? Hard work beats talent all the time. And you can be talented, but you got to put in the training in not only the track, but the gym too. And I'll say this, I had the chiropractor I work with, we have a professional distance runner that comes in. This guy was reaching a plateau on his time, and he didn't understand why he could not get his PR on his time. And the doctor told him, hey man, you gotta put in the weight training. You gotta put in the weight training for that, because it's not gonna, there's a benefit to having that component. Same thing goes with track and field, is that you can be naturally the fastest person, but if you're not weight training, you're going to hit a plateau at some point. And I think it's really important to maintain that, to maintain training in every aspect and take it very seriously. But be patient, enjoy the process, be optimistic, and hype yourself up every day. That is what hope is. Hope for this entire week is to have that mindset to say, hey, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do me. I'm going to hype myself up when I wake myself up. I'm going to calm myself down at night, and I'm going to be patient with myself throughout the entire process. Okay? I could think of, some of the times too, like training and just watching videos of just track and field videos, is that, it's running is very mental, right? You gotta put in the work in your mind just as much as you put it into your body, right? Like I said, I was earlier about having that mindset when you get right on the track, right before you go out and you hear the gun go off, right? You got to put your mind frame where you want to be at. That's something that translates into the rest of your life too, right? What kind of mindset are you going to have? Are you going to hype yourself up, when you go home, when you want to do your homework? I know nobody really does that, right? Nobody hypes himself up over homework, but the faster you get it done, the faster you get it over with, the more you can enjoy your day, right? So it's all about mindset. If you have a negative mindset, it may take you a little bit longer to do your homework, right? But if you hype yourself up in the morning and then you keep that same energy throughout the day, watch how different everything changes throughout your whole day. You gotta change it. Gotta have that mindset. Give yourself that hope through the week, through every aspect. And I think that's really important, with athletes just in general, is that how are you functioning in every single aspect, not just on the track, not just in the gym, but in your personal life. What are you doing to help keep yourself motivated, right? You know, running is something that, and track and field is a positive outlet. You gotta look forward to it. This is you. It's only you when you go out onto the track. Nobody's helping you run that race but you and you alone, right? Your coaches are there to hype you up, give you a game plan, train you to do absolutely everything you need to do. But at the end of the day, it's you on that track. And it's you who's going to be the one doing the actual race, right? How do you hype yourself up in that moment? Take that same energy that gets you super excited about doing a race and bring it to the rest of your life and watch your whole perspective change for the next week. All right? I hope you guys have a fabulous week. I hope that you use that word, hope, throughout your entire week. And I will see you next week, you guys. Have a wonderful week. All right, I'm out. Bye, guys. Let's see. Yep. Let's see. How do we end this? There we go.